Hey, this is Richard with a trip report on American Airlines first-class round-trip service between Dallas and Boston on the Airbus A321. I purchased round-trip tickets online about 3 months before my travel. With taxes and fees, the bill came to $1,485, or about $750 each way. I left Dallas for Boston on a Thursday on Flight 210, a 12:35 departure with a scheduled arrival in Boston of 5:10 in the evening. This is a desirable flight as it doesn't leave Dallas super early, but it gets into Boston early enough that you can have dinner and do something before bed. At DFW, we flew out of Gate 12 in Terminal C, one of the main terminals for American Airlines at Dallas. There's an Admirals Club in this terminal, but I did not check it out. I was in Seat 2F, a window seat on the right side of the plane. We left on time. Meal service began with drinks and a small cup of warm nuts. The lunch consisted of a cold shrimp appetizer and an entree of braised short rib and polenta in a mushroom gravy. I was very pleased with this entree. The short rib was falling apart tender, the polenta was creamy, and overall the dish wasn't as oppressively salty as airline meals tend to be. For dessert, there was a choice of mango sorbet and cheese and grapes. There are no video screens on these planes, so you have to use your own devices. Entertainment options include a modest selection of new movies. We crossed the Mississippi River near Memphis and then flew over New York State and into Massachusetts.
The weather was gloomy, but we broke through the clouds just in time for a lovely view of Boston, rising up behind the Charles River Basin. We then cruised along Revere Beach and landed from the north.
The bags came out quickly, and then we got on the rental car shuttle, and everything ground to a halt. The 3 lanes that go through a loop around arrivals were pinched down to 1 lane and traffic just wasn't moving. We spent almost an hour on that shuttle. It was horrible. In the time we were on that shuttle, we could have walked to the rental car center, walked back to the airport, and then gone back to the rental car center again. It wasn't all bad news though. My experience with Alamo Car Rental was seamless. The line was short, the staff was helpful, and the car I got was a spanking clean new Chevy Malibu with only 800 miles on it. Best of all, the price was only $400 and change for almost a week. So that's a very low rate for Boston. I know things changed, but as of this posting, I highly recommend Alamo Car Rental at Logan Airport. My return flight took place on a rainy Wednesday afternoon.
I was on Flight 1285, a 2:50 departure with a scheduled arrival in Dallas at 6:04. It was another A321, only this time I had Seat 2A on the other side of the plane.
After I had checked in, I was surprised to find a line on the jetway that wasn't moving at all. Once I got on the plane, I realized the problem. A round of seat switching had taken place, and now there was a guy in my seat. This precipitated another round of seat switching, which further held up the boarding process.
We climbed out of Boston over the harbor and banked to the southwest. Cloud cover was pretty heavy for the first half of the flight. Meal service was again very solid. This time, I had a cold appetizer of pear and prosciutto with feta cheese and an entree of a small chicken breast in a savory, slightly sweet teriyaki sauce with a buttery twice-baked potato. The salad was kind of useless, but everything else was good, including the bread selection of ciabatta, sourdough, and pretzel rolls.
The flight attendants were friendly and patient. The entertainment options hadn't changed at all since my flight out a week earlier. We got into Dallas on time and offloaded at Terminal C. Overall, I was very pleased with these flights on American. The food was good, the Flight crew was very friendly and helpful, and there were enough entertainment options to keep me distracted. I thought it was better than United's first-class service on a similar plane that I had flown recently between Albuquerque and Chicago. In fact, next time I go to Boston, I'm pretty sure I'll take American again. But one thing I won't do, I won't get on that rental car shuttle until I suss out the traffic situation in the arrivals loop. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching.